Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's nightly news. On to the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, extends condolences following the tragic death of an MC Alger supporter after the club's game against NC Magra. MC Algiers clinches back-to-back league titles after a thrilling game at the 5th of July Stadium. Summer 2025 officially launched. A ministerial delegation kicks off the season from Annaba province, unveiling key development projects across the region. During the 51st session of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers in Istanbul, Algeria calls for an end to the impunity granted to the Zionist occupier and warns of the dangerous consequences of the Zionist attacks throughout the region. And another bloody day in Gaza, over 30 Palestinians killed in 24 hours by the occupation forces, and children remain the primary victims. Welcome back. We kick off with tonight's main story. We're following the news of the painful events that took place after the MC Algiers and NC Magra game at the 5th of July Stadium. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, posted on his X account, and I quote, "Following the tragic incident that struck the supporters of MC Algiers today at the 5th of July Stadium, I can only offer prayers for the soul of the deceased supporter. May God have mercy on him and grant him his vast paradise. We extend our condolences to his family, fellow supporters, and the entire MC Algiers team. I also pray to the Almighty for a swift recovery for the injured and their safe return to their loved ones as soon as possible," concluded the head of state. As we've mentioned, the 5th of July Stadium witnessed a tragic accident following this match, as two people are reported to have fallen from the upper stands. The incident resulted in 11 injured fans who were treated by civil protection services. One death was also recorded. In the same context, the football club Mouloudia of Algiers was crowned earlier on Saturday champion of the season's professional league for the second time in a row and the 9th time in the club's history after a goalless draw against Nejm Magra in the match held at the 5th of July Stadium. In other news, it is the official opening of the 2025 summer season. The kickoff was given this morning from Annaba by the Minister of Interior, Local Collectivities and Territorial Planning, accompanied by the Minister of Tourism and Handicrafts, Minister of Hydraulics, and the Secretary of State to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad. The ministerial delegation inquired about preparations for this summer season, in addition to the inspection and inauguration of several development projects. Another province with great tourism potential, Ain Timushint, which has witnessed several development projects, including the expansion of its hotel infrastructure. This will increase its capacity and further improve its service to many visitors and vacationers who flock there each year. All is set to make the region a pioneer tourist destination. Report by Raouf Hamouche, commentary by Rania Bahri.
A coastline full of promise, beaches stretching as far as the eye can see, and the clear goal to make Ain Timushint one of the new faces of Algerian tourism. This June 21st marks the official opening of the 2025 summer season. With it, the whole local tourism sector is coming back to life. In Terga, there is a hotel like no other, shaped like a boat. This popular complex is always full. Its unique design, direct access to the beach and swimming pool make it a favorite for summer visitors. A place full of memories for dozens of families who come back almost every summer like tradition.
I love these swimming pools, the beaches and the water slides here in Ain Timushint. I go to the beach and the pool, I play in the playground and I sometimes play football. Since I was little, we've come here many times during the summer holidays. We come to enjoy the summer, the season, and to spend warm, friendly moments together.
régulièrement.
I've been coming regularly for 10 years. I'm retired now, and Algeria is going to be my second destination for vacation.
Nous avons 34 chambres et 57 appartements.
We have 34 rooms and 54 apartments. We also have a thalassotherapy center and a functional rehabilitation center. There are 4 outdoor pools, and we've added water slides and a private area on the beach. In the evening, we organize entertainment for our guests.
A summer that promises to be exceptional in Ain Motion, between sun, crowds, and above all, true moments of relaxation. Head to Rishgun Island, just a few kilometers further west. An ambitious project has just been completed. A brand new hotel, recently inaugurated, offers 550 beds and modern facilities. The goal is to give this peaceful coastline the tools to compete with the country's biggest resorts.
This hotel is the result of a private investment located in the Rishgun tourist area. It represents a real added value, not only for the province, but also for national tourism.
Rishgun, known for its stunning landscapes, now has modern hotel facilities capable of welcoming many tourists. It serves as a getaway to the region's rich culture and great potential.
Let's head to Wirgla now, and amid the noticeable rise of temperatures, the swimming pools are becoming one of the leisure destinations for the children and youth of the province. Najah Tayat tells us more.
In Wirgla province, many young people and children turn to swimming during the summer, with pools ranking among their favorite leisure destinations. For some, it's more than just fun. It's a sport they engage in consistently throughout the season.
I like to come and swim in this pool. I like to thank my coach who taught me how to swim. I enjoy swimming, especially during summer. Hope we'll have more pools in Wirgla. I thank our coach who's always here to teach us. The program we have here is the supervised recreational swimming, which help us keep the pool clean and the children enjoy and learn.
Summer camps have also been scheduled as part of a broader recreational plan set up by the province's Directorate of Youth and Sports, which includes activities at swimming pools and ensures participation from youth living in remote areas.
What's necessary now is to provide more pools since it's widely demanded here. We need at least 4 swimming pools reserved for clubs in the province, where the main goal is competitive swimming.
The increase in summer attendance at sports complexes could pave the way for more swimming facilities in the province, creating new spaces for youth recreation while also supporting the growth of emerging talents.
Tasked by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, the Minister of State of Foreign Affairs, the National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, participated on Saturday in the opening of the 51st session of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The proceedings of which are taking place in Istanbul. It focuses on examining the situation in the Middle East following the Zionist aggression against Iran and the continuation of the genocidal war waged against the Palestinian people in Gaza Strip. During his speech, Attaf affirmed that this session is taking place in an exceptional international and regional context and dramatic circumstances in which international law is being flouted, considering that security and peace in the Middle East can only be achieved by abandoning the logic of force, methods of dominance, and the policy of fait accompli. Attaf called for a final limit to the special treatment granted to the Zionist occupier based on impunity. Here's the Foreign Minister, Ahmed Attaf.
Today, the Zionist entity launches a new aggression against Iran, opening a new war with multiple and unpredictable consequences, which threatens to plunge the entire region into a series of unprecedented catastrophes. Yesterday again, the Zionist attacks continued hitting Syria, Lebanon and Yemen in a repeated and organized way without stopping until now. And today again, the occupier keeps using weapons, forcing its war on Gaza's people for almost 2 years.
And the daily window on the situation in the Middle East, a new salvo of missiles was launched Saturday morning by Tehran against the occupied territories. Additionally, the Iranian missiles touched several military targets, even reaching the Zionist Interior Ministry. On the other side, explosions resonated in the Iranian capital and at nuclear sites in Isfahan and Shiraz. In other developments in the region, the war of extermination is ongoing in the occupied Palestinian territories. More than 30 Palestinians were killed on Saturday by the Zionist occupation fire in the Gaza Strip. Among them were 11 martyrs waiting for aid in Rafah, as children remain the first victims of this brutal war. The heartbreaking images and testimonies with both Wissam Abu Zaid and Rani al-Bahri.
After every Zionist bombardment, children don't arrive at hospitals alone but in groups, wounded, covered in blood, and shaken with fear and terror. Others arrive as martyrs, taking their final breaths. This has been the scene in Gaza over the past few hours. The occupation continues its attacks on civilians in both the north and south of the Strip, with more than 200 Palestinians martyred in just 2 days. He was going to bring food. The Zionist entity bombed them with 9 missiles. Despite the unbearable pain in her heart, this mother welcomed her martyred son with strength. He is one of many who were killed while waiting for aid or sheltering in residential homes and tents for displaced people. My son was martyred like all the young men who were martyred. Those who died aren't better than my son. They are all our sons. The number of wounded is far beyond what hospitals can handle. Patients lay down in crowded corridors, facing near certain death due to a severe lack of medical supplies. The occupation continues to close the crossings, blocking the entry of medicine and even the fuel needed to run hospital equipment. Imagine 300 injured arriving at Shifa Medical Complex, which can barely treat a few dozens. The wounded are in the streets and corridors. Most are in critical condition. Sadly, many are dying due to the shortage of supplies and hospital beds. Palestinian medical teams struggle to keep up as new massacres follow one after another. In Gaza, families live in constant fear, saying their goodbyes daily, knowing no one is safe from the ongoing Zionist attacks.
In Morocco, the Communal protests sparked by poverty and social hardship were once again met with violence. Now, on their 44th anniversary, they resurface as a somber reminder of an unresolved crisis. Najah Tayyar.
On the 44th anniversary of the Canal protests, the Moroccans returned to the streets to denounce the ongoing poverty, social neglect and forced displacement. The original uprising, sparked by rising prices, was violently crushed by the Mahsen police, leaving a legacy of blood and fear. Decades later, the same system endures and the anger remains. People are barely surviving on what they can sell, like soap, bread or fruits. We have no other choices. The same public fury endures, rooted in decades of unchanging repression under the Mahsen, which continues to reflect the injustices of the past in today's reality. It has been very long since the water was cut and the thirst conquered here. We walk parched for miles in the heat to get few drops, which we even pay for. Morocco now faces a crisis deeper than ever before, and poverty is at its peak. Basic needs like food and water are increasingly out of reach, and soaring prices reflect a tangled and worsening economic reality.
With that, we end tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.